Alright, what we have here is a 2018 GT350R done in the 1 year only exclusive leadfoot gray. In 2018 there were 633 GT350Rs that were produced. Of those 633, 107 were done in the leadfoot gray. Really cool looking car. Really different. Love it with the black stripes and that red accented painted stripe on it as well. You guys can also see those carbon fibers wheels that come with the 350R package. Super nice. Our first 350R that we've had a few 350s in the past year. Have been looking for an R, just haven't really found the right one. This one came out of Florida. My dad actually found it as we were looking for comparison cars to one that we were looking at buying. So as we mentioned earlier, the motor in these cars is really what sets them apart with that 5.2 liter V8 flat plane crank. Again, naturally aspirated, no superchargers here. And it was only used for these cars. That was the only car that Ford put that motor in. So that makes these cars pretty spectacular in its own right, to know that that motor will not be used in any other cars but the GT350s and 350Rs. So another interesting fact on this car is the red line is at 8,250 RPMs rather than 6,500. So you're talking a pretty significant increase in the red line. It's got four-wheel disc brakes. Again, 19-inch wheels on all four corners, which are carbon fiber. That is a really key fact for the 350Rs, having all the wheels as carbon fiber. And those wheels are, as you guys probably know, not cheap at all. Dual stainless steel exhaust, and when you hear this car at over 4,000 RPMs, it just screams. The exhaust explodes, and it really rivals a lot of the cars that we've had in terms of sound. Truth be told, if you can get one of these cars at the time at Sticker, you were stealing it, because it just, as we said, was pretty impossible to do. Dealers were marking them up anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. High revving V8 gives this car some serious race car character. Like we said, with that exhaust and the sound of it, it definitely sounds like a race car. You start this up and you're like, what the hell is that? Really neat, to hear that sound. And another cool part is it rides really comfortably, even though it's got race car character and DNA in it, and the focus was on performance. When we went for our ride and we test drove it a little bit, you kind of lose focus of what it was really made for, because it is just so comfortable. And a lot of people ask, well, what is the difference between the 350 and the 350R? The 350R adds some more aero, like we said before, those carbon fiber wheels. Also has R compound tires. It's backseat delete, so you will not have a back seat in the 350R, and it's going to slightly rework the suspension a little bit. The 350R was actually only behind a McLaren 570S for the best driver's car, and ahead of Porsche 911, ACR Vipers, Audi R8s, Acura NSXs, and the Mercedes AMG. And when you start looking at the cost of those cars compared to this car was a fraction of the price of those cars listed, and it beat all of them except the McLaren 570S. Shelby made the 350, but the more track-focused build was the 350R. Started in 2015, as we said, a 50th anniversary kind of homage to those cars of 1965, because only 37 were produced in 65, and they were mirroring those production numbers. On 2018, this was the highest performing car Ford and Shelby made, as the GT500 did not come back until 2020. So you had a span there from 2014 through 2019 where this was it in terms of Mustangs, in terms of Shelbys, and it really impressed a lot of people. I know it impressed us, and we're looking forward to finding our next one.